Have you ever felt like your brain just doesn't fit into the world you're living in? Like, no matter how hard you try, how much you overfunction or mask, you always end up exhausted, numbing out on the couch, ashamed, or feel like you're falling short in some way? If that sounds like you, this video is for you. Today, we're talking about ADHD and capitalism, how the grind culture of productivity impacts ADHD brains and bodies, why it leads to guilt and shame, and what you can do to release some of that pressure and reclaim a sense of worth and belonging. Capitalism has a very specific idea of worth, that it's tied to how much you can produce, how on you can be, and how well you can adhere to a rigid schedule. But ADHD brains aren't built for that. We operate differently when we don't force ourselves to act other ways. Our motivation, energy, and focus ebb and flow. We notice connections, ideas, and passions that can't be measured by hourly quotas or time cards. Capitalism doesn't honor neurodiversity. Instead, it demands that we mask, that we pretend to be neurotypical, overfunction, and internalize feelings of falling short when we don't measure up. For many ADHD women, the pressure to keep up means masking. I know it did for me. We overfunction at work. We try to make ourselves smaller or quieter when we can't focus. We carry guilt when we rest and shame when we struggle. This masking can lead to exhaustion, burnout, depression, and anxiety. It can make you feel like you have to justify every moment you're off or that you're a failure for needing rest. Over time, this way of living takes a toll. You might notice chronic guilt when you rest, relax, or have fun, feeling like you don't deserve leisure unless you've earned it 10 times over. That one hits hard. A deep disconnection from your own body and its cues for rest, play, or belonging. A sense of shame about ADHD itself, about struggling with things that seem easy for others. This doesn't mean you have to reject productivity or capitalism wholesale, but you can shift your relationship to it. Recognize and name the conditioning. This is not about a character flaw in you. This is how your brain is wired. Practice honoring your body's cues for rest, leisure, and play. I'm going to work on that one with you. Redefine worth for yourself, making space for worth that doesn't hinge on how much you produce. Build a support network that understands ADHD with some fellow ADHDers in there and doesn't feed into the guilt and shame cycle. Begin to create boundaries around how you spend your time and energy, knowing that rest is not wasted time, but essential to survival. Explore ADHD-friendly ways to work with your brain, making space for your passions and your interests. If this video resonated with you, I want you to take this away. You're not messed up or broken. You're a human being trying to survive in a world that doesn't make space for your beautiful, neurodiverse brain. The guilt, the shame, and the overwhelm you felt, they're not character flaws. They're signs you've been trying to fit into a system that was never built for you. And you deserve better. You deserve rest. You deserve fun. You deserve belonging. You deserve a life that works with your ADHD brain, not against it. If this spoke to you and you're looking for ways to create a more ADHD-friendly life, one where you can show up fully as yourself, I've created a journal book experience just for you called The Self-Loved ADHD Woman Way: How to Stop Playing Small with ADHD. It's a gentle, supportive coaching guide to help you unpack the conditioning, reclaim your sense of worth, and create space for rest, play, and belonging in ways that work for your ADHD brain. And it's got some really lovely hand-selected items to help you create a ritual to honor yourself each week. Check it out and reserve your copy in the description or at jenbarnes.org. Remember, you are worth more than your productivity. You deserve a life that feels like home. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.